So even though I am extremely late doing this, I want to give my thoughts and takeaways on Godzilla versus King Kong. Really, it's more like likes and dislikes, and there's a lot more likes than dislikes. So I know everybody's hating on it, but I really don't think it was that bad. It wasn't bad at all. I thought it was pretty good. And for all you people who haven't watched it yet, spoilers ahead. So I want to address the elephant in the room. Start it off. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, well, it would have been better in the movie theaters." Okay, all movies are better in the movie theaters. Name me one movie you're like, yeah, that was better when I watched it at home. No, there's no movie like that. So let's stop saying, oh, it would have been better if you went to the movie theaters. If you felt that way, then you should have went to the movie theaters to go watch it. If you watched it at home, boom, there you go. That's what you get. Plain and simple. So don't use that as an argument. Now, I like how they started showing clips of the previous movies and the monsters that they fought. For one, it gets the audience caught up because I know that first Godzilla movie was a while ago. But also, too, if you're going in this and you never watch any of these movies, now you got a glimpse of what happened, so you're not sitting there too lost in the movie theaters, even though shame on you, you should have watched the first three. So I also like how they got us caught up with King Kong. He seems to be on Skull Island. He's chilling, doing this thing. And then all of a sudden he picks up this log and he hurls it in the sky, and then it breaks through this habitat that he's in. And then we realize that he's no longer on Skull Island, that they actually, I guess, drugged him and took him to a habitat. And I guess he's just letting them know that he knows that this ain't Skull Island. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, I also liked how they had Godzilla attacking, it seemed like he was attacking the city, but really he was attacking a facility. And we all know, if you are a Godzilla fan and you watch any of those Godzilla movies, Godzilla just don't attack cities or anything like that. He has a reason why he has to come. There's always a monster, or he's being provoked, and that's why he does what he does. Otherwise, he knows he's a king. He just goes in the ocean and slumbers, until somebody wants to try him. So there has to be something going on. And they showed this one thing that's beeping, and as soon as I saw the thing beep, I knew exactly what it was, but we'll talk about that here later on. Now, I also liked how they brought in this whole hollow earth thing, and where there's this alternative resource that's more powerful than any resource they've ever seen. And because if you watch the first King Kong, that's what they were doing. They were sending bombs down trying to find this hollow earth thing. Obviously we see that was back in the 1970s, and they found the hollow earth, but they're still having problems getting into it. And supposedly, I guess they need a Titan who was from there to guide them there. So that's the whole reason why they had to get King Kong, and that's how King Kong and Godzilla are actually going to meet. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been much of a movie, right? So then I also like how they did their first fight. How King Kong's on the boat to try and get to Antarctica. Godzilla comes out of nowhere. It's like, what the hell's going on here? And King Kong's like, hey, you got to release me. I got to handle my business. And they get to going. And one thing, it shows how big an aircraft carrier is, because both of those monsters would stand on top of the aircraft carrier. And see, in the preview they show King Kong catching Godzilla with a right. What they didn't show was Godzilla was like, oh, okay, because he took that. He took that. He's like, okay, I got you. And then he gave a right of his own, and he knocked King Kong down, talking about, hey, look, homie, I'm just a little bit bigger than you are. So, and then Godzilla was trying to take him down to the water because that's his habitat. So, and King Kong was way out of his habitat. So, round one went to Godzilla, most definitely. They had to send down charges, otherwise King Kong would have been dead, and the movie would have been over. So, another part I liked was they made it to the Hollow World. Now, I guess this place is crazy, where gravity reverses itself, and the first team that discovered it tried to go down there and died because of it. And I guess Alexander Skarsgård's brother was the one that went down there and didn't survive. So he knew about it, and I guess that's why they have to use these special ships to go in there. So Kong goes down there. Obviously, there's all kinds of other creatures in there. He automatically gets into a fight, starts killing these creatures. But he starts discovering that, that I guess his parents was from down there. Because you got to remember, Kong wasn't born there. He was born on Skull Island. So, he's discovering these new things. He found this like battle axe, and it's connected to whatever the source that they're trying to get to. And I guess the same source that's powered the place, that's what also helps power Godzilla. So Godzilla is in search of another facility in Hong Kong, and he instantly knows what the hell's going on. Like, he senses it. And one of my favorite parts of the movie is he just looks down and he just starts shooting his blast downwards. And to the point to where he actually shoots a hole into the earth to where Kong and them are at. And he just screams at Kong, and then Kong screams back, and I guess round 2 is about to start. So Kong climbs the hole that Godzilla just made, and they get to scrapping again. And he uses the battle axe, and I guess can absorb Godzilla's blast, and actually gets the best of him for a little bit. But that didn't really last long. The reason why they're in Hong Kong is because this company is trying, the same company that wanted Alexander Skarsgård to get that source of energy, was also making a Mechagodzilla. That was that blinking light that I told you about. Yeah, I already knew that was going to be Mechagodzilla. And what they're doing is they have the 2 remaining skulls of Ghidorah. That was the 3-headed dragon that Godzilla fought. And how Godzilla took the middle one and he sent his blast down the middle head, so he destroyed that one. But the 2 other heads, they were dead, but I guess they have a psychic link, and they were using that psychic link to help power Mechagodzilla. Well, of course, everything goes wrong. Once they get that source of energy, Ghidorah, I guess, kind of wakes up and takes control of Mechagodzilla. He destroys the facility, and then but while all that's going on, Kong and Godzilla is fighting, and Godzilla gets the best of Kong. He's like, "Look, dude, I'm bigger than you are. All right, I've been doing this for a long time. You ain't better than me." He puts his foot on King Kong's chest, and he screams at him. Kong screams back, and Godzilla kind of looks at him. He's like, "All right, well, at least you go out like no punk," and then he walks away. So Godzilla put it on King Kong to the point to where I guess his heart is about to stop. I guess from him standing on his chest, and Mechagodzilla comes out of nowhere and starts scrapping with Godzilla. This is what I didn't like. Godzilla was getting beat down like he stole something. I mean, like he talked about Ghidorah's mama. Because, I mean, just getting beat down. Godzilla wasn't even landing blows. And so the people knew that Godzilla needed help. I guess they figured out how to restart Godzilla's heart by using one of the machines that they use down to go to Hollow Earth. It can, I guess, light up Las Vegas for a week. They use that to reverse the energy to give him like a big old defibrillator, and it gets heart back going again. Godzilla goes, and like I said, he's getting beat down. King Kong comes out of nowhere. Actually, even though he was getting beat down, probably another one of my favorite parts is Godzilla, to kill Ghidorah in the movie before this, he set his blast down the middle head. Well, Ghidorah remembered that and was like, "Oh yeah, remember this?" And he was opening up Godzilla's mouth to do the same thing to him. And that's when King Kong came out of nowhere and saved him. Started whooping Ghidorah with the battle axe, but Ghidorah, or so I say Mechagodzilla, started getting to his butt too. And then Godzilla, I guess, realizes he needs help to get to win this fight. And he sent the energy to the battle axe to charge it up, and that's what King Kong used to start beating down Mechagodzilla and destroy him. So, and then you know, they did the classic. They looked at each other. They said, I don't like you, but I respect you. And then Godzilla went his way, and then King Kong went and lived in the Hollow Earth. Again, everything in that movie was necessary to make the movie. And I thought they did a good job putting it all together. So I liked it. You know, I give it, and if I'm rating it, I guess I give it like a B+, because it was really good. Is it the best movie I'll probably see all year? No, but it wasn't bad either. So in saying that, if you are new here to SEM, please hit the subscribe button, become part of this SEM Nation. Once you become part of this nation, that bell notification, you'll know when the video comes out. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. My name is Dorian. This is SEM. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Really do appreciate it. And you guys have a good day.